Aloha to those of you joining. Just check real quick. I'm not sure if I actually set up the microphone properly. Oh, looks like I did. Okay, cool. Perfect. Sweet. To those of you who are joining in, I'm just doing some work right now, but you guys are welcome to hang out, and I can just kind of like talk to you a little bit about what I'm working on right now. So I'm working on building a team of conscious media creators, conscious creators in general. If you're a conscious creator, definitely reach out to me. Definitely let me know. So right now, what I'm doing, I'm not going to be able to reply to every single comment. I'm literally just kind of up right now working on what is a very cool comprehensive list of a bunch of different media creators. I'll have to see, actually. Might be worth it if I just plug it in that way so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Thanks again to everybody joining in. Thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you to Lily. Thank you for the comments, for all the big fans out there. I'll show you guys real quick though, essentially what I'm talking about. I've been building a list. It's over like 250 so far of conscious creators on TikTok. So like specifically, one of the things I'm working on right now is like building a team of conscious creators on TikTok. So give me 2 seconds here. I'm just setting up a feature. You guys are, I'll do some magic for you in a second. Hold on. I'll keep an eye on the comments to the best of my ability, but honestly, I don't think I'll be able to reply to every single comment just because I'm focusing on just getting some stuff set up on this team list that I am working on. So I'll show you guys real quick. Hang on. Give me a few seconds here. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Can you guys hear me okay? Drop an 1111 if you can at least hear me okay. Hold on. I'm just doing some techno stuff. This is basically just like a test broadcast for those of you jumping in. Again, what I'm kind of doing right now is I'm up late doing work right now, but I wanted to jump on here at the same time just to be able to hang out with you guys while I'm at it. But I'll show you a little bit about what I'm working on. So give me 2 seconds here. Okay. Here, I'll show you what I'm working on. So this here, what you're seeing on screen right now, this is as it says, conscious creators list on TikTok. So this is what I've been building. This is like a list of over 220-ish conscious creators on TikTok. Eventually you guys will be able to access this. Right now it's just kind of like within our private community because I'm still building it. What's really cool is like you can literally click on any of this stuff and it will instantly direct you to all these different creators that we've got. And a bunch of the creators, we've actually got the list organized. If you were to look at the list here, can you guys see this okay? Can you guys hear me okay? If you can hear me okay, just yeah, I saw those 1111s. Thanks, team. So what you can actually see here is that it's actually categorized based on following ranking, but this is a category what's referred to as leading members. So these are the people within our community. These are the people on our team. Here's a list of people that I'm kind of like in the process of like following up with. But literally from here, you can literally click on all the links and you can connect with all the leading members and all the members in the community. Who are part of what it is that we're building here. And so quick shout out, if you want to be a part of this, let me know, and also check the link in my profile to connect to my Patreon to learn more about how you can join as a leading member through my Patreon. And so that's like a monthly micro contribution, which gives you like the membership access and everything. But yeah, we're building a dope team here. So I'm not going to go through all of it right now. I'm just kind of showing you guys real quick just because it's really super dope. Shout out to Campton. I think you guys saw him there. Shout out to Dome Moon. Eventually what we're going to be doing kind of like broadcasts where I'm kind of like directing you guys to different accounts. So this is just a preview right now. I just wanted to just kind of show you real quick. And so with that said, I'm just kind of, I'll keep an eye on the chat, but I'm also, like I said, I'm also just kind of catching up on completing this list to the best of my ability. That's what I'm working on right now. Sweet. Do you guys think that's cool? Drop a 777 if what I just showed you, if you think that's pretty dope. Cause it is. It's like no one's ever built this before. Like this is fresh, man. This is like a valuable tool for the community. So all right, so what I'm just doing right now, might be able to all right, I'm just gotta close a couple things here. Sweet. Yeah, thank you Blaze, thank you BB Spice. So again, if you guys just want to like support my work, like please even just check out the Patreon for that. But if you want to support my work and join like within the what's referred to as a leading member within the community, and as a leading member, that's where you get access to like our private creator space for like conscious media creators. You get access to me as a conscious media coach. You get to take part in our collaborative work meetings. You get to take part in our on-air team broadcast. So if that's something that you might be interested in, and whether you're like already into the habit of creating content or whether you're quite new to it, that's totally cool. Like you are still totally welcome to join. So right now what I'm actually doing is I'm just updating this list. I've got about 30 profiles in front of me that I have to add currently. Let's see if this works. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. And again, if you're just looking for more info, connect to my profile link and then check out my Patreon. And so that's what you can see on screen. You can see that info on screen right now. And then it even shows like our recent Patreon supporters, and also it shows our current Patreon target goal. So right now we're working towards 169. We're currently at 162. And shout out to our recent Patreon supporters, obviously. So for those of you just joining in, I'm just working on building a comprehensive team list for the many conscious creators on TikTok. And so this is like a super dope thing, and eventually you guys will have access to it. So if anybody here has any questions, let me know. Or again, even if this is just something that you might be interested, would you be interested in possibly becoming a leading member? And again, like today there's like a collaborative meeting that we have. We do these pretty regularly, and we were just like talking and brainstorming about things that we're working on, talking on strategies, talking about consciousness. It was pretty cool. So the Patreon is $11 a month, and that's for like the leading member level. And even that, you can think of it as like a sliding scale, pay what you wish. So $11 is like what you can start with, but like people can pay higher than that if they wish, because like the value that we're giving is much more than $11, but at the same time it's also about being able to keep it accessible. So, and again, reminder for anybody here, like no sweat, like if you're not at the point where you're ready to join on the Patreon, like you're still a part of the team, like you're still a part of the community. So like that's a big part of what we're doing here, where like basically anybody tuned in is a part of the team, is a part of the community. And then within that, people have the option to be able to be more involved as leading members. So again, if it's something you're interested in, click the link in my profile and then go to my Patreon and read about becoming a leading member. Like that would be your next step. Read about becoming a leading member and see if it resonates with you, read the community guidelines, and then decide from there. So yo, Morphic, speaking of, so Morphic is one of our Patreon supporters. Morphic is one of our leading members as well. So, Morphic, I was just talking to them about the dope team list that I'm actually building right now. So if anybody joins on Patreon, like even just while I'm hanging out here, like I'll give you a shout out on air. Like I'll literally update it and everything like that. But like I said, right now, like I'm literally, I'm multitasking in the sense that I'm working on this team list right now. So as I get into the flow of this, I'll be making progress. So So right now I'm just like adding some new users. It's just my processing. I got a lot of windows open right now, so if my video is lagging, that's why. There's a lot of other stuff that's like still on the horizon. I'll explain more to you guys about it on another day though. But there's definitely a lot of exciting stuff that I've been working on, and that is going to like start being more stuff that you'll see. So part of the reason why I haven't made any new videos in the past couple of days is because I've been working on this. Morphic, if you want, you can check out the team list. It's under the leading members chat. Like you can go to leading members in the Discord, scroll up a bit, you'll see this team list. Like you can access it right now. And like that's literally what I'm working on. So I'm currently adding Brooke Ratting to this list. So again, within this list, it's essentially a comprehensive list of the many conscious creators on TikTok, and then within that, some of them are leading members. And what I'm going to be doing in the future is like helping feature many of these creators and helping them like build their audience. So Arganthea, thank you for the question. So a lot of that information would already be on the Patreon. So if you want to check that out, you can. At the same time, your question is, you're very interested, but can you tell us the general rundown of your target audience, etc.? The target audience is obviously going to be quite, like, it's not just my audience. Like, it's kind of like different creators are going to kind of reach different people or have different niches and everything like that. But essentially our collective audience and our collective objective is to be able to help assist and accelerate with the shift in consciousness, and to be able to help people, you know, and to be like beacons of like inspiration and hope to inspire people. So yo, Mr. Nolan, what did Yoda say when he saw himself on 4K HD? Is that a joke? I'm waiting for a joke there. Like, I feel like I know it's there. You got me on edge now. Mr. Nolan's one of our Patreon supporters as well. All right, okay, multitasking here. Click, computer. My computer's a little slow right now because it's a lot of processing power it's using right now. That's all right. If anybody does have any questions, though, please let me know. Arganthea, yeah, like, I mean, going back to your question, it's, you know, people who are seeking this knowledge, people who are seeking more spiritual insight, spiritual wisdom. It's humans. Our target audience is humans and other non-human entities. Our target audience is dogs. Dogs going through their own spiritual awakening. Do you guys ever think about that? Does it ever cross your mind for a second that maybe our pets are going through their own spiritual awakening? You ever seen a cat sitting there when it's just like you know it's tripping out? All right. HDMI, say the letters. HDMI. Ah, there it is. Nice, Mr. Nolan. Did you think of that? Like, did you hear that somewhere? I liked it. That was good. Okay. Grace Swain. Adding Grace Swain to the list. If you guys are not following Grace Swain, please feel free to check out and follow Grace Swain. Again, she's a TikTok creator. She's actually like in the same country as me. Go Canada. Alright, Grace is added and she is over 10K. Next person, adding Jaden. Your any tech you encourage, raking your 5 field minutes, such more found today. Thanks, Arganthia. If you haven't yet, I would encourage you to tune in for some of our morning meditations. Those are very, very accessible, and again, something that's like practical that you can follow along with. For anybody who's tuned in right now, the meditations, we do those Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, it's like breath work, mindfulness, physical body, chakra practice, and like smiles and laughter yoga too. It's pretty fun. It's really fun. So Arganthia, I would encourage you to try and tune into those when you can, just to be able to get more of a feel, and even just listen to some of our podcasts. I'm not sure if you've done that yet. For anybody here, like reminder, if you guys like my content, we have a podcast, like we have a team podcast, and the link is through my profile. Bro, did you eat today? Crystalline, yes, I ate food. Is there a reason you ask? Because I was so busy, is that why? No, I definitely eat food, so. But I do need to, I'm not going to stay up too late. Like, I have to go to bed to get at least like 7 or 8 hours before meditation in the morning, so. I like working at night though. So right now I am just in the process of adding more of these people to the list while hanging out with everybody here, so. I'm stuck in mid USA. Thanks for sponsor. No problem. Thanks for the question. If anybody here has any other like questions about the project or the mysteries of the universe, feel free to let me know. Peace out, Mr. Nolan. Thanks for dropping by. Get them tunes going. Cool. Yeah, if you want to join in with your kids, please, by all means. I know some people that actually have watched it with their kids, so because it gets like pretty like silly and stuff too. That'd be totally cool. Bring the whole family, shift everyone's paradigms. Okay. Spirit with Joy. Is anybody here following Spirit with Joy? Shout out to them. Again, I'll do, there'll be other broadcasts I'll be doing that'll be like proper shout outs to people on the list and everything. This is just me working on the list right now. For those of you who are joining in, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate everybody just stopping by, and for everybody here, I just send you good vibes, so. Yeah, Arganthia, you're welcome to hang out. Like, honestly, like, even this broadcast, like what we're doing right now, as much as it is like me talking, at the same time, it's also just like a chill vibe space for anybody who wants to just hang out here, so. Sometimes when I do this, I'm like playing video games and stuff on air, so. Alright, now adding Kyler Overstreet. This guy's pretty good. I think the list is almost at 240 creators so far. How many conscious creators do you guys think are on TikTok right now? Give me a number. Like, just guess. How many conscious creators are there on TikTok? So this would be people who are making content with the intention to either simply spread kindness or to like specifically assist with spiritual awakening. Hey, One Love, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, if you guys aren't following One Love, please feel free to do that. One Love is one of our leading members within the team as well, so again, I'm gonna be like properly featuring everyone as we go. Right now I'm just building the list, so if I were to, let me just see. We got about 12 people tuned in right now. There might be some people on YouTube. If you're on YouTube right now, I can't. Oh wait, no, those are the YouTube comments. Arganthia, you're tuned in on YouTube right now, aren't you? Well, that's cool. I'm glad I can see the comments from everywhere. Yeah, we're broadcasting on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube right now. Here, you guys can check this out. Arganthia, yeah, I definitely have thoughts on cannabis. The other stuff you're asking, the program I use, just to like let you know what it is, this is called OBS, so Open Broadcast Software. You need a decent enough computer to run it though. So, but it's free to download, so if you wanted to check it out, you can definitely do that. Stuff like that though, like that is stuff that like I also like help people with, like inside within like the as like leading members and stuff like that. Like I got some more tutorials that I'm working on that are just gonna get like more into the tech side of content production and the philosophy as well. Essentially my goal is again just like help support creators. Oh, there's a light behind kind of flash that. That's weird. Sweet, I like that purple. Sweet, all right, okay, I'm just gonna keep working on the list. Yo, Wanderer, thanks for joining in. Again, I'm looking for people who are conscious media creators. So if you're a conscious media creator, you're like thinking about kind of evolving more as a conscious media creator, let me know. Like, let me know in the chat. And then I'll take note of your username. Because right now what I'm doing is I'm building this like dope list of conscious media creators. And I'm only going to be on here until I think no later than 1:30, I would say. So I'm going to complete this. I'm going to complete this objective, and then I'll go to bed. Want to do more vids but professionalism. Yeah, Arganthia, again, like when you get a chance, go ahead and check out the Patreon, because like what you're looking for is definitely like, again, like what we help support within the team space. Alright, this is Emily Capshaw, Emily Joy, Emily Capshaw. And over 10K. Going back to your question on cannabis, I'll just kind of like answer that while working on this at the same time. I like to think of it as like an ally, you know, something that can be worked with intention. And like anything, it can be abused. But I think it could be a very, very powerful ally when you develop like ultimately a healthy relationship with it, which, you know, that'll look different for everyone. Kundalini Yogini. Does anybody here follow Kundalini Yogini? Whew, it's hot. Kundalini Yogini, over 10K. If anybody else has any other questions, go ahead. You guys can drop that in the chat. Again, I'll respond as they come in. I think there's only a couple people tuned in right now, so if you are tuned in right now, please feel free to let me know in the chat. And again, let me know if you're interested in joining our team of conscious creators. Oh, that's cool. Arganthia, are you on TikTok also, or is it just your YouTube? Right now I'm just building a TikTok list specifically. But again, if you let's see, I don't know if the info is actually in what you're watching on YouTube, because I didn't even set the info properly. But ultimately, through my Patreon, you can connect to our team chat. But I was just saying, you're welcome to join the team chat. So, and that goes for anybody. Anybody's welcome to join the team chat within the public chat. Aloha to anybody joining in. We're just up late working on shifting paradigms here, so yeah, so my TikTok is Mystic Spider-Man, so that's easy to find. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun creating content on TikTok. Like, again, like what I'm doing right now is creating a list of conscious creators on TikTok. This list is currently at about 250. That's a dope list, man. That's a solid, like, there's a lot of people making conscious content on TikTok. Thanks for checking in Arganthia. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that properly. It's a cool name. Awesome. Yeah, if you have any questions, again, you're welcome to connect to the team chat. Amber Routes. Does anybody here follow Amber Routes? Amber Routes. For those of you joining in, go ahead, leave a comment down in the chat. I am just working on building a very cool team list for the project. Yo, Lawrence. Yo, what's up, Los Angeles? And I love the West Coast from the time I was out there. I've been out there a few times. It's really holds a very special place in my heart. Alright, I'm speeding up my progress here. I'm skipping a step, but optimizing a move. One second, everyone. Thanks again to everybody joining in. Please excuse the fact that I'm multitasking right now. Just doing some late night work for the team. Cool, Greek for shining flower. Oh, awesome. That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you for letting me know. Arganthia. Is this about the subconscious mind? Lawrence, I'm not exactly sure what your question is specifically referring to. Is this about the subconscious mind? This reality? Ultimately, yes. Yes, it is. Yet so much more. Alright. Quicker. Must edit quicker. Who here follows Yogi Brian? Yogi Brian on TikTok at Yogi Brian with a Y. Over 10K. Oh. Yo, oh, it's an underscore. That's what I got wrong. Duh. Can't see with my glasses. Okay, there we go. Aloha. Hey, Amanda. Thanks for joining in. For those of you who are joining in, what I'm doing right now, I'm working on building a team list of conscious creators on TikTok. It's actually really, really, really cool. I know right now you're just like watching me like work, but again, that's because I'm multitasking while also just kind of doing a chill hangout with anybody who wants to chill and hang out, with the understanding that I'm just working on things right now. Why did you choose the name Skull Babylon? Skull Babylon as my username on YouTube. So first of all, it's kind of like a superhero name. There's a few layers to it. It's a reference to a character known as Spider Jerusalem from a comic book known as Transmetropolitan, which is about a neo-Godzo journalist from the future. So that's part of it. And then the phrase Skull Babylon is also supposed to, it's like symbolic, like skull as in like how we view the skull as within tarot, where it's more about like life and death and rebirth. And then Babylon being like society, culture, mainstream, call it what you will, collective, the matrix. Skull, Babylon, would basically be like a symbolic way of referring to our overall objective of rebirthing Babylon from within, or transforming Babylon, or transforming ourselves within Babylon. And the skull can also be like the consciousness. So yes, that is the answer to that question. And it sounds badass. But that's like also one of my superhero names. So I have a few. Dr. Samuel, what was it? Samuel something. Did I get that right? Nope. Oh, almost. Did I get that right? Yeah. Sweet. Alright, let me just keep an eye on. If there are any other comments, please feel free to leave those in the chat. For those of you just joining, what I'm doing right now, I'm basically hacking the Matrix. I know it doesn't look like a lot to you, but there's some pretty like advanced stuff that's happening right now. This is like cutting edge forefront of the shift in consciousness. Like the digital evolution, the digital like vanguards making wakes and waves within the like within the field, within the waves, within the ocean, within Idra's net. We are reprogramming the Matrix. That is essentially what I'm working on right now. And yes, it's as badass as it sounds. Robbie Burns on TikTok at Robbie the Yogi. Go follow him. So what I'm doing right now is I'm creating a list of conscious creators on TikTok. I've been working on this list for 3 days. And yeah, it's like a list of over 250 conscious creators on TikTok. And within that, there's also our leading members, which are like people specifically within the Paradigm Shift community, which is a community I facilitate, which is, again, if you want to connect with like the private community within what I organize, you can do that by becoming what we refer to as a leading member. And that is available through my Patreon when you join on Patreon with a monthly contribution. And it's $11 is the leading member level. And with that, you get additional perks and discounts for items. You get discount for items for, do you guys like this crystal? I mean, you guys have seen this, right? Like, have you guys seen these properly? Kind of blends in with the background. I mean, so these are, I make these, but you can get a discount on these through the shop. They are called Light Guardian crystals. They're pretty badass. They're like a item within this real world game of helping shift consciousness, if you know what I mean. Cool. Thanks, Arganthia. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around. Many blessings to all who pass through. For those of you who are tuned in, if you're a new follower to my account, drop a 333 in the chat. Let me know. And then I can just say hello and give some shout outs. Alex Flips 18. Does anybody here follow Alex Flips? Adding him into the list. So if you guys have some comments, comments or questions even about the project, I'll answer some of that. Again, I am admittedly just multitasking right now, so like this is a bit different of a broadcast. But it's still a cool chance to just hang out. This is just like a chill zone for anybody who wants to hang out. I got my dream tea that I'm drinking right now. For those of you who are tuned in, you guys have obviously seen some of my videos. Which one of my videos did you like? And I'm asking just in the way to be able to also get like feedback, so I can keep making more dope videos for everyone. So okay, alright, still got a few more creators to go. Whew. I'll check those comments as they roll in. So what, for anybody here, I'll ask you the question, what does being spiritual mean to you? I'll just ask you that so you can practice answering and talking to each other. What does being spiritual mean to you? Leave a response in the chat. Yeah, this playlist, this is lo-fi hip hop. So if you look up lo-fi, like lo-fi, you'll find the streaming for it. It's like a 24/7 stream. It's like a culture in itself. It's quite well known. But yeah, I listen to it quite frequently when working. It's good for focus. Very chill indeed. I didn't even realize you guys could hear the audio that well. I love your unscripted content. Thank you. Shout out, there's 8 people tuned in right now. That's pretty dope. Just like hanging out with 8 people in the wee hours. Ooh, it's hot in here. Rising. If you guys are here, go ahead. You can leave a comment in the chat. I'll say hello. And again, I was playing with that question. What does being spiritual mean to you? If you want to take a crack at that, go for it. Spiritual to me is within and align with the universe. Nice. Well said, Lawrence. That's a good way of putting it. To realign, to align. Sensei Shui. I wonder how many people are following Sensei Shui. Alright, I'm only going to be on for less than another half hour, so thanks again to anybody hanging out. Oh, looks like there's only 2 people now. We'll keep this going until no one's watching. Whew. Tiger Dragon Storm. That's a dope name. Once I finish this list, I'm done. For tonight at least. To the 5 people who are tuned in right now, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for existing and being a part of this bigger journey that we are all on together. This is our hero's journey, our individual hero's journeys. So again, right now I'm doing some work, and if anybody here is interested in joining our team of conscious creators, let me know, and I can talk more about it while working. Right on. Yeah, this is like a chill zone space too. Sometimes when I'm on here I play like video games and stuff. McKenna Madness. Nice. Arganthia, well said. Being spiritual is about self-forgiveness and keeping an eye on satisfaction, i.e. harmony and compassion practice around mindfulness. Awesome, well said. If you guys are around, Thursday we have another live team broadcast. It's like open, free flow discussion. It's really cool. It's like a podcast where we just like end up talking about everything. That's Thursday at 8. Even check out last week's if you missed it. It's pretty good. Sorry about the yawn. If you guys tune in for the meditation in the morning, you'll get to do our laughter yoga. It's pretty fun. It's the most fun. If anybody wants to surprise me by signing up to the Patreon during the broadcast, feel free. Sorry. Keep yawning. I mean, that's because I'm almost done. So. I'm done, man. Game over. Time to go to bed soon. Well, I've enjoyed just hanging out with everyone though, so it's fun. It's part of why I wanted to just be able to do it late at night anyways. Never know how many awesome people you might run into late at night through a live broadcast. And obviously, you'd know because you're one of those awesome people, so. If you guys tune into this, I'll just keep feeding you compliments. So, There's so many awesome creators out there. And I think a big part of it is understanding that there's a creator inside all of us. Every single one of us. You do not exist as a human without getting to explore your creativity. And it's not just like creativity is like literally like magic too, you know? Like it's not like it's just like, oh, this is just for fun. It's like, no, this is like actually changing the world. Like straight up, like art is magic. I hope more people are starting to clue into that. And we do it just through example, you know? Like when you think of it, art is literally like psychic level stuff in the sense that it literally helps you like experience a shared emotional state. That's pretty powerful. Like that almost feels like it's like a form of technology, you know? Which essentially it is. Like words and art are actually technology. The way how they interface and change things. You change reality with words. You change reality with art. So it's like when you put intention into that art, such as, I mean, you guys have seen my videos. What do I do in my videos, right? Like I'm entertaining you, but I'm also like educating and inspiring you and giving you a mirror for you to see yourself. If you dig it, drop an 1111 in the chat. If my work has inspired you in some way, drop a 9-6 in the chat. Just added Anatoly to the list. The king himself. That guy's cool. I'm building a list of conscious creators on TikTok, just for context for those of you stopping by. And again, if you're interested in joining like my Patreon, then you can join within our private community of conscious creators and leaders. Thanks, Daji, for the 1111 and the previous comments. Arganthia, your question from earlier, I didn't see it till just now. How do you deal with fear and being triggered? How do you deal with fear day to day when triggered? Arganthia, honestly, just like practicing mindfulness and being able to like learn from just like guided meditations and to be able to like change the way you relate to your triggers. That's a big thing. Mindset, right? Like, do you always see your triggers as something you're fearful of, or do you kind of like also see the triggers as like teachers and messengers, which they are. Like every single trigger is a teacher. So sometimes it's just the mindset, and it's like also about building a mindfulness and resilience on a day-to-day basis, and then that applies into everything else. So there's a guy who I know who's really good at helping people with anxiety. If you're interested, you might honestly, like if you're gonna sign up to something, I would sign up to his thing first. He's got like a private membership for $11 a month, but it helps people with like anxiety and everything. His name is it's look up thegamechanger.com. Wait, is that the website? thegamechangerchriswiley.com. I can't type into the chat, but oh wait, can I? Arganthia, go to this website. I don't know if that showed up. Did that show up? Oh, there it is. Go to that website. Like honestly, like if you're living with like anxiety and stuff like that, for anybody, check this guy out. Like he's a buddy of mine, but he's legit, and he's like a wizard Viking Jedi. So he's got a lot of free content. So even if you just like connect to his like TikTok and stuff like that, so shameless plug. Like he's a buddy of mine, and you asked, and he's got more answers than I do. So happy to redirect. Now I am adding Bob Proctor to the list of conscious creators, because Bob Proctor has a TikTok that I'm sure he does not personally run. It's just other people reproducing and moderating. So I actually met Bob Proctor once. shook his hand, tried to give him a shift button. He was like, it's okay. I'm like, oh. He probably gets gifts all the time, so. He's like, I'm not a button guy. I'm like, of course you're not, Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor is like this like law of attraction master teacher, for those of you who aren't familiar. Arganthia, yeah, no problem. You can even let him know that you found him through me. Like, he would get a kick out of that. But yeah, he does like online webinars and stuff like that, and he's already got a lot of content online. Like, seriously, if you listen to his stuff, it will, like, if you're living with anxiety, connect with him and it will change your life. Like, straight up, he's helped so many people because he combines like neuroscience with also kind of like self-hypnotism and Eastern philosophy and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty advanced. You got to protect your perception. It's your responsibility to see things in the most beneficial way for you to progress and overcome struggles. Exactly, Daji. Very well said. Yeah, it really comes down to, you know, like understanding our power, I think, is a big part of it. And then once we do understand our power, it's about being able to like wield it in a way where we're taking responsibility, where we're like, wait a second, like, am I giving my power away to this? Because I do have the power to be able to like transcend this circumstance or this mindset. There's an interesting idea. Basically, it's like nothing can actually take your power away from you. It can only ever be given. And so a lot of the time what we experience is like, oh, this thing's taking my power. That's actually you subconsciously like creating that narrative, which again is like, sometimes that can be a hard thing to wrap your mind around, because it kind of like forces you into a place of like taking a lot of responsibility, but it's also a very empowering place too. Getting deep. All right. Now I'm adding obvious. I still haven't figured out why he spells his name like that. Obvious? He spells it with a silent P. I think it's silent P. Or that it's obvious. He's one of the leading members within the team as well. Cool. If there's any other comments, guys, feel free to drop that in. There's only 2 people tuned in right now, so that's cool. Ooh, my shoulder. Oh. Weird position. Best practical way to bring in the new earth. It's a great question, and I like the fact that you focus on practical. Best practical way is to get good at connecting with your heart. That's like legitimately like the best way to do it, because when you connect with your heart, like the rest of the wisdom comes through there. So get good at connecting with your heart, and you do that through like meditation, listening to things that inspire you, taking care of yourself, taking care of your physical body. It's really the simple things like your sleep, your diet, your exercise, your food. I already said that. Social relationship, sunlight, challenging yourself, creating healthy challenges for yourself opposed to just avoiding challenges. That's like going to help you level yourself up and connect with your heart. Does that make sense? Not a problem. I don't mind. Like, a lot of this stuff is stuff that I've explained in different ways before, so I can basically just kind of like share it almost in kind of a, it's just like accessing a file. So Darcy Spa. Whew. thanks again to everybody who joined in. Oh, I think there's only one person. Sorry, Arganthia, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking. If you can ask it again, please do. Almost done, I think. How many more do I got? Oh, just a few. Sweet. Da, 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 da. Dealing with